Are you ready?
Let's go.
Hey! Oh, man. John Peckman Podcast. Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance, beautiful downtown Portland. Come over the bridge, go through one satellite, start looking left. Pull a U-E, park in front of the building with the red neon light. Listen, Dave will tell you how to have your very own show. Afterwards, if you're listening on YouTube, like and subscribe. Get this thing going. All right, we got a return today. A return by
I've been called worse.
That's all you are. He's just a return. By my request, I wanted to get him back. Michael Cleary.
Thank you. Thanks, John.
He's back. You were okay. Are you ready? This is all I have to say.
Okay.
I have very few things
Hit
because
me.
I want you to do your thing. On reviewing, so this is show 102, I think. 102.
Dang, congratulations.
Thank you. All you gotta do is be here. It happens, that's it. And I look back as I was reflecting, and I realized that in my mind, if I can make a Beatle reference, you are my rubber soul.
Ah.
It's like, oh, okay. This showed me possibilities. Like when you were on, I was like, oh, we're just hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing against before, but I just was like trying to do a show. And yours kind of, I was like, oh, okay, I think I see what this is.
Cool.
Yeah. So you're rubber soul.
Nice. I'll take
And
it.
you're back.
I'll take it.
You're
I'm
back.
back.
Or another conversation, I was thinking about it, Zeppelin 3. Where there's seeds. Like you get a thing, but then there's like, this is going to become Cashmere later. This is going to become, it's like there's the point of no return.
It evolves, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's that. That's
Yes.
all I'm going to say. And then number 2 is the opportunity, as we always talk about, things that you wish you said before.
Oh.
You know, like this is your chance.
Well, you have to have some things left unsaid. Otherwise, what's there still to say?
Oh, okay. All right. Well, never mind, I guess.
All right. Thank you. Good night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm here all week.
Michael Cleary, local music maker. Easing back into the scene or no? You're still out. You're kind of out.
I eased back in, but without my band. So I retired the band, but I still get out there and play with other people. I've been doing some side work and filling in, and
Cool.
I enjoy being a side man where you can just show up and plug
Gotcha.
in, and I don't have to run the
Yeah,
show.
because that was your thing last time. You were like, that's it for the...
Yeah, I didn't even want to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just like, but then once I started getting back out there, I was like, oh, this is still fun as long as I'm not running everything. You know?
Right. Hey, let someone else run it.
Yeah.
And you had a momentous, I don't want to blow up your spot, but happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
A momentous birthday.
Yeah.
You're still celebrating.
Big 6-0. Yeah, it's been a birthday week, so to say.
Hey.
Yeah.
When was it actually?
February 19th, so last Sunday, week
Wow.
from yesterday, or 2 days ago.
You're still rolling.
It was a good week. And I had a big party Wednesday, last Saturday at the Winchester with one of my favorite bands, Old Dog New Trick, and it was glorious. I was involved costume changes and bodyguards and performance art in many different ways. So
Beautiful.
I was living it up.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Like acting like an adult. Like
Of course. Yeah. I finally realized I'm old enough to do things that I want.
Right. You can go backwards. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, hey now. Yeah, we got some things going on. Uh-oh. The red page. Everyone see the red Solo cup? We got straight bourbon today. That's what we got going on.
You got to bring something for the host, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I was surprised when he said no one's ever done this before. It's like, you should make it a part of the thing.
Yeah, drunk.
Bring gifts for Dave, and hopefully in the form of alcohol.
I'm down with that. There you go. Uh-oh, is this another one?
No. I just said he did
Same one.
Kleenex.
Okay. Oh. All right, hold on. All right. Yeah.
You got confused, Dave.
You want me to acknowledge what you're doing or just...
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, nothing. So I see you have a hat of some kind.
Well, this was from the
looks like
birthday
a
party.
crown.
Yes, yeah. My wife and her friends got me little gifts, and one of them was this hat and this crown. And I sat in the corner on a djembe, and I just would wave to the people. And,
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
It was fun.
Is that two different things? You're wasting
This is two different things, yeah. But it's stuck on there now, so I can't get it off.
So that was an idea at the time, and now it's just...
Yeah, and this hat...
It's a crat.
I couldn't...
It's a crown hat.
I couldn't... a crat.
Yeah.
This hat kind of hurts because it's kind of plastic, and I couldn't wear it very long, so it's like...
Oh.
It leaves
Jammed
an
the crown
imprint
on
type
there.
of thing, yeah.
Far out. Far out.
Let me ask you something, John.
I'm ready.
I was curious about what was like one of the first like real bands that you performed in that was like really good and had a following and got paid and stuff?
That would have been Tom Stankus and the Front Porch Rockers.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you remember? Have you
Nope.
ever heard of it? Okay.
Nope.
So Tom Stankus, he was or Tom T-Bone Stankus. Maybe I don't know.
Great name.
Yeah. He older than me.
Uh-huh.
He was famous for he recorded a song I think back in the late 70s, maybe early 80s called Existential Blues.
Okay.
That was a very big hit on the Dr. Demento show.
Awesome. Oh
Okay.
my God.
And it is quite a trip.
I used to listen to that Dr. Mental all the time. I probably heard
You
it.
probably heard it.
Yeah.
And so he was a solo act and then sometimes a duo. He had a bass player, and Vic, my drum teacher, was like, you need to get out of the basement, play with people. He talked them into taking me on.
Oh, cool.
And then we were a trio. And that was the first
That's
gig.
exciting.
I played the Tamarack Lodge in Voluntown, Connecticut.
All right. That's a real gig.
It was a real gig.
Dancing and everything.
Yeah. Played the gig.
Yeah.
Met the guys. I mean, T-Bone picked me up in a van.
Yeah. How old were you?
16 or
Barely
17.
legal.
Yeah, it was illegal.
Wow.
And then I played that gig, and then he said, what are you doing tomorrow night? And I said, well, nothing. And then I played Patty Martin's in Vernon, Connecticut,
Nice.
which is now...
They were lucky you were available.
It's either that... The only time I wasn't available is if it were prom night or something. That was it.
School night.
I remember those are my first two gigs, Friday
That's
and Saturday. And they were like, so you're going to do this every weekend? And they had to ask my parents.
Yeah.
And they were like, if your grades, because of course my grades were impeccable to that point.
Hence the name.
Yeah, they were like, you can do this, but if your grades start to suffer, you can't do this.
Right.
And I managed to hold it together.
Yeah, good parents.
That was it. Tom Stankus and the Front Porch.
How
Rockers.
long after that what came first after that? Was it the K-Man band or the Eight to the Bar?
K-Man was first.
Okay.
K-Man was first. So Tony was one of the guitar players in the revolving door of guitar players that came through that band. Because then once we started hitting as a trio, the quartet, and Bert Teague was a guitar player.
Oh, get out. I didn't
That's
know that.
where I met him.
Oh.
And Tony Richards was one of them, and some other folks. Tom McGregor. I don't know if you
heard the
remember
name.
him from
Definitely
he was
heard
in
the
the
name.
scratch band. But there were people came through. So Tony Richards, that's how that happened.
I saw him when they had the trombone player.
Yep. Paul. Yep. He's still around.
That was cool.
Probably will watch this.
Yep.
So yeah, K-Man, and then from K-Man, that was my first quit my job.
Gotcha. Yep.
I'm going to do this barely, and then when that kind of started to go south, I jumped to Eight to the Bar, and that was like real.
Yep.
I literally
That's
remember
a hard-working band.
I had to buy. I remember literally going to Caldors to buy a calculator because I was like, okay, I got to figure this out. I can pay rent to my parents, pay my car insurance.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that was like, what am I going to do with all this money?
Budgeting, yes.
How am I going to? That was when I started
All this
budgeting.
money, all these hundreds of dollars.
All these hundred of dollars, yeah. But it was a real gig at the
of
time.
course, and they were playing all the time too.
Yeah,
doing
and I
big
was like,
gigs,
I could quit my job
Yep.
and actually do this.
Right on.
But that's how it started.
My friend Eric Kuhn is the bass player now, who you had
Right.
in here. Yeah.
Right. Yep.
The very talented Eric Kuhn.
Yep. But that's the answer to that question. What?
The lawyer, Eric.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
There were some in betweens in
Sure,
there,
of course. Yeah.
but that was
Yeah.
those were the ones that kind of put me on the path.
Nice.
Where did the Feather Merchants come in?
Feather Merchants, that was much later.
Later on, yeah.
Yeah, like turn of the century.
That was around when I was playing, when my band started out.
Yeah, 2000s.
That was
early
after
2000s.
Mr. Wright, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. After
We love
Wright.
Mr. Wright.
Yep.
And Drew and all those. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Ray's other band there, the Monster Band.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That was quite a thing.
Good times. Good
Yep.
times. I met a guy over the weekend from Chuck Cellar
Oh yeah.
who used to work there.
Sure.
And he remembered us. I was like, oh, great. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, that was the place, man.
Well, who?
That and Scarlet's and
Right. Well, it's Alyssa's dad. he's I don't know if I should say last names, but a student. He ran Scarlet's.
Oh, okay.
We kind of figured that out. He's
Wow.
like, "You're that guy," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm the."
And I remember Scooter from there. He was a bartender.
Yeah,
And
kind
he's
of.
still around. Saw him a couple years ago at a gig, and
Yeah, right. Yeah,
he's still playing a little bit.
yeah. Cool.
Middletown was a scene back then.
Middletown was a scene back then.
Yeah.
Had a good scene.
Yeah, you had you had Barnum's, you had La Boca right next to each other, pretty much, and then you had Bobby Gatta had a place, the chicken place, the rotisserie around the corner.
I don't
We
remember
started
that.
having bands there, so we would bounce in between those three places. Farrell's was doing music too back in the day. They'd clear out that dining room and
Yeah, I remember playing at Eli Cannon's
Yep.
with the Corvos, playing percussion. That was when I kind of.
Was it called something else though? It was called Mother's, I think, at the time.
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah, that was
right.
Garrett's place. Yeah, Garrett.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he opened up where the La Boca is now. He opened up another club called Middletown Cafe or something.
Oh.
And we played there a couple times.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I remember.
But yeah,
playing there.
Mother's was a fun joint.
Yeah,
And,
that's right.
Him and this woman Lily were running it.
Yeah, that's kind of where I met the Middletown people,
Right.
Corvos.
Right. That's where I met Ray. Yeah. 'Cause,
Yeah, right.
He came out, and then we'd see you guys around Hartford. Me and you actually played a gig once. Do you remember?
Probably.
I think it might have been at the restaurant at the airport. I don't know. But it was with oh God, who's the bass player? Mark, who used to book bands too all the time.
Oh, Couture.
Mark
yeah,
Couture.
Yeah, I talked to him once.
Yeah,
in a while.
he would call me to fill in once in a while, and we're playing this place. It wasn't at the airport, but I kind of knew of you, and
Yeah.
you'd been out to see us and stuff. And I was doing this vegan diet, and I had these vegan cookies,
I don't remember.
and I gave you. I said, "Here, you want some cookie?" And you started eating. I said, "Yeah, it's vegan. There's no white flour or sugar." And you spit it out. You're like, "What's the point?"
I really sorry.
God.
I don't remember.
It
Oh
was
no.
funny.
Sorry.
And I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm getting off on the wrong foot with this guy. He hates me
Oh.
because I just gave him a vegan cookie and he
Oh,
hated it."
I don't remember that. I'm sorry. Oh.
But it was
Wow.
cool because that was
Are you still vegan?
No, but
Okay.
it set me up for healthy eating. So I
Yeah,
eat
yeah.
healthy, but that was a couple year stint. And then
Wow.
once my wife got pregnant, she's like, "Give me food.
Yeah.
Give
I
me
need
the
flour.
chicken.
I need
I
flour
need
and
the
sugar.
beef." Yeah. But
Sorry.
that was the first time I heard you sing. You sang a couple tunes.
Did I?
Yeah, you were a good singer.
Oh. Yeah, I guess so.
You did some James Brown thing or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to scream and everything. I was like, "Dang."
Hey. Yeah, those were the days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an 8 to the bar thing. Cynthia
cool.
was like, we need the R&B singer.
Yeah.
So I kind of took over from the last singing drummer. And yeah, I don't really do that anymore.
Okay.
I still sing,
Sure.
but
Just in the shower.
yeah, no, I just stopped doing the R&B
Gotcha.
thing.
Yeah.
I just kind of remade my
Reinvented
vocal
yourself.
persona.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Good to do. Hey,
Well-
you got to do that.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, that's funny. Wow, I wonder where that gig was. I'm sorry, I don't
It was
remember.
one place I
Got nothing.
only played once. So,
Yeah.
oops, I dropped something.
It's not. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's dropped stuff a lot. Oh, hey,
Yes.
where has anyone seen Michael Cleary?
Where'd he go?
Yeah. Wow.
Where did he go?
So who are we
Who are we?
now with that? What's that?
This is a Billy Jack look. No,
Oh, okay. Billy Jack.
Billy Jack is one of my heroes.
Yeah,
Jack.
sure. Yeah, I'm gonna put what is it? I'm gonna put this foot right in your face.
I'm gonna take my right foot and
Yeah.
put it on that side of whap you on that side of your head, and you know what? There's nothing you can do
Nothing
about
you
it.
can do about it. Yeah.
Oh, really? Really? Wow. And I got the overhead shot when he whops him in the head.
I remember that.
Awesome, horrible movie.
I haven't seen that in years.
It's really bad, but you can't not watch it.
Yeah.
But it's
Who's the star?
Tom something. It was the only project he ever did, but he made like 4 of them. Did you know that?
No.
There was one before that was about a biker gang.
Billy
They beat
Jack
up-
4, the left side of your head or whatever.
Well, later on, one was Billy Jack Goes to Washington, where he's on trial for killing somebody or something. And
Right.
He beats up the whole courtroom and stuff.
Really? I gotta maybe
He's
I gotta
fighting
get into it.
politicians. He's doing something.
I did. You ever do this? I forget. I don't know why I did this. I can't remember how it started, but I decided I was going to watch all of the Rockies in a row, and by the time I
That's
was
kinda
done,
rough.
I was like, oh man,
That's kind of rough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's rough.
There's some stinkers in there. First
Yeah.
one's great,
Yeah.
undeniably.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I can understand.
It's
And
definitely.
it gets like that. I watch all the Jaws ones. That's brutal. By the end, you're like, oh man,
Those are awful.
oh god.
You know what I watch? I go down this rabbit hole where I watch people's reaction
Yeah,
reaction videos
sure.
to movies.
Yep,
So you can go watch Godfather 1 and 2 in like 30 minutes because they edit it
I
out.
got you.
And you can see all the best scenes, and then you're like watching with someone for the first time. You have the fun of them discovering it, and I love going down that rabbit hole.
Great.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then there's reaction videos to music and stuff, but those got
Love
old
'em.
for me. But yeah, but the movie thing I'm into now.
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Get into that. What's your favorite movie? Whatever. Is it possible?
It changes, but I'd have to say,
Or some of them, or whatever.
yeah. I mean, of course, Godfather 1 and 2,
Sure.
greatest ever made. I was just watching Interstellar the other night.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a director. Oh shit, I can't think of the name. He did that other movie about the dreams within the dreams, and he's doing the new one about the atomic bomb coming up.
Wow, I have no idea.
God, dang it, that's gonna bother me now. Wow. But it'll come to me later. But I like his movies. I like M. Night Shyamalan. He's got a lot of good movies.
Okay. What's the name of that one you just said? We have to find out who it is.
Who's the guy that invented the atomic bomb? It's his name. Otto something.
I don't watch movies, so.
You don't know your
He
history,
doesn't
man.
watch movies. Can you imagine? Dave's like, I don't watch. When I come into a room and there's a movie on, I don't turn it off.
He's always got complicated movies with twists and stuff. He did Tenet.
What is the movie you just mentioned? Start there.
Interstellar. Christopher Nolan is the guy's name.
Oh, yes.
He did the three of the
Memento.
Batmans.
Back in
Memento
the
was
day.
his early one. That was great. Yeah, it's all in reverse.
Yep.
He always does quirky things like that. They're just
Okay.
like, what?
Yeah,
you got to
yeah,
watch him a few times. And,
Yeah.
But Interstellar's amazing. where
Okay.
They try
See
to
it.
find a habitable planet, and it has those things
luck
like if
with
they're too close to a black hole, so time is speeding up. You know, like 7 minutes down there is like 10 years on Earth. So they
Oh,
come
wow.
back and everyone's older or
Yeah,
dead.
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
That type of thing.
That's cool.
It is cool.
Get into that. All right.
What do you like for movies?
Oh, man. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah. No, there's so many good
Yeah,
ones.
there's
It
so
just
many good ones.
depends what mood you're in. I love turning my kids on to movies for the first time. 'cause
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What are some of the ones that you...
Well, I made them. You know, I've been doing Goodfellas, things
Yeah,
like that,
yeah,
and The Godfather,
yeah,
and they just like, oh, and I can't give them any stinkers or else they'll call me on it. Because
Oh, really?
I gotta score every time. I gotta nail it. And so far I'm batting pretty good.
Wow.
I only had one stinker, and that was Something About Mary.
Oh, yeah.
They were insulted.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just because it's older humor. It's
Yeah,
totally
yeah.
inappropriate for today's kids.
Yeah, I think I was out by then.
Hmm.
I just didn't... I don't know.
But we did just go to see the latest M. Night.
Oh, yeah?
Gosh, why can't I think of names of them? But the latest M. Night was pretty good.
Yeah?
Knock at the Cabin. It's called Knock
Okay.
at the Cabin.
Yeah. And just spoil it. So at the end, it turns out
There
that
isn't any. Yeah, there isn't.
everyone's dead.
Any, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
There isn't any spoilers in it because it's like one of the few ones where he didn't have a twist ending. You know, it was based on a book.
Ooh.
But he
so
did
that's a new
change-
twist ending. is
Yes,
You,
the
you
twist
think,
there's
and
no
it's
twist.
just...
I know you're still waiting for it, and you're like,
That's
But he
funny.
did change the ending from what the book was.
Okay.
So my kid, who had also read the book, he's like, yeah, he changed the ending and it went like this in the book. And I was like, oh, I kind of prefer the way the movie went. So
Interesting.
yeah,
Wow.
but I love all his stuff. He's had a couple stinkers, but
Yeah. That's cool. I haven't checked in.
the
in
one
a
with
while.
Marky Mark was a stinker.
I don't remember. I didn't follow him.
And Marky Mark's had a weird career, but sometimes he has some good ones.
Boogie Nights is one of my favorite
Boogie Nights,
movies of all
awesome.
time.
Oh my God, that really is. Yes. The studio scenes that we've talked about that before. The studio scenes, I still know the songs.
Yeah.
Heat will rock you.
Yeah.
And he's singing this.
Come on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The best.
Yes, very good. And John C. Reilly, and he's dancing while he's doing the track out in the studio. And then they got to get the tapes. We can't get the money till
Yeah.
we get the tapes,
Yeah,
man.
it's simple,
we
Bert.
need the demo tapes.
God. Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
It really
Michael
is.
Penn is the producer.
Yes, he was the engineer. Yes,
So
that's
funny,
right.
the
That's right.
engineer.
And
That's Sound City.
yeah,
That's,
yeah.
it
That
just
was
kinda
really.
cool. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's Sound City. Yeah.
Oh,
Interesting.
that's a great movie in itself.
Yeah,
there.
that's a
yeah,
great flick.
yeah.
Yeah. When I figured that out.
Where Dave ends up with the board.
Yeah.
Lucky guy.
Yeah.
Lucky rich guy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's okay. Sound City.
Yeah.
I probably already told I told both of these stories. I met Dave Grohl twice, both in ridiculously weird circumstances, completely unrelated.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to make it quick.
Yeah.
How much of a Foo Fighters fan are you? Does this?
I dig them.
All right.
I don't have any of their stuff, but
Okay.
I know their hits.
I went. This was, I don't know what year this would have been.
Mm-hmm.
I went to New York City to see Doyle Bramwell Jr. You know who that is? Guitar player. Okay.
Great.
And I think I went alone. I don't remember. I probably was. Anyway, I said, I'm going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Village Underground. I don't even know if that place is still there, but it's like a club. It was great. Watching the band. It's cool. And went to the bathroom, went to the men's room, and it's like New York City, narrow, small, little. And you kind of got to get out of the way for the guy that's coming towards you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, as he gets closer, I'm just like, that's Dave Grohl.
Oh, shit.
And he gets right up to my face and goes, boo. And I'm like, oh, okay. So
Wait, did you actually say that out loud? You said that's Dave Grohl, and he heard you, or no?
No, I just think I must have had a look on my face or something.
You just knew.
Yeah, he's goofing with me. So I went and peed, and I kind of I saw where he was.
Yeah.
You know, he was over there, and I was like, I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna say hi because I'm cool. I'll just go. Look, I don't want to bother you.
I'm cool.
Well, I don't need anything. If
Right,
he was
right.
just like, don't bother me, I'd be
Right.
like, all right.
Of course.
So I kind of go over to where he is, and he's over there with a bunch of people. And I kind of saw my moment, and I said, hey, I just want to say hi. I'm a fan. I'm not going to bother you. I just want to say hey. And he goes, great. He goes, you know what? Stay and talk to me because I don't want to talk to these people. And I'm like,
Wow.
what? Why? What's the deal? And he goes, I'm here with record company people.
Sure.
He goes,
He hates
keep talking to me so I don't have to go over there. And I'm
yes.
like, really? I'm like, what do you want to? I'm thinking, how do I?
Right.
And he's like, no, it's cool, man. He goes, you want a beer? I'm buying everybody. And I'm like, okay.
It's amazing.
And he goes, I go, all right. So what are we talking about? And of course I wanted to say, I'm a drummer. I'm better than Taylor Hawkins. I could do the gig right now. Let's go. I want to go right now. Let's go. But I did. Of course I didn't. I'm not better than Taylor Hawkins. But in my mind, I was like, this is my chance.
Right.
I said none of that. I just said, but I did say, is Taylor still playing with you? He's like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, oh, there goes that. So we're just kind of, I'm trying to keep the conversation alive. And I'm like, what are you doing here? Yes. And he goes, well, me and Doyle are on this. This is your RCA. It's the same label.
Gotcha.
So this is the schmooze.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, so what do you got going on? And he goes, well, I got a new album coming out and we're having a listening party. I have to play it for the Suits. That's who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, oh, that's cool. And he goes, we're going over in that room after to listen to it. Why don't you come? If you want to come, just come. And I'm like, oh, I'm in.
Yes.
I'm going to hear the album. So I go, all right. And he goes, no, just, he goes, I got to get back. But he goes, but when you see us, just fall in if you want. And I'm like, yeah, sure. So the gig's over and I kind of spot them all kind of going over to there.
Yep.
So I kind of get in the group and I get up to the door where the security guy is and he just takes a look at me and he goes, I get out of here.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, I wanted to say, but
Dave
Dave
told
said,
me,
yeah, and
yes.
Dave was ahead of me. I wasn't going to go,
Dave.
Yeah, can you imagine?
You
I just
played it cool.
In my mind, I just said, okay, that's cool. And I was like, that's it. So then the punchline is, I did not know this at the time, but if you know the Foo Fighters story, which I don't expect you to, but that album was rejected by the label.
Wow.
And they recut the album. And that was the album.
So was the listening party before they recut it?
No, this was the...
And they rejected it after hearing it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I could have been there.
The listening party was a bust.
Right. So they were like, I guess they, recorded it with it. And the record company was, or the man, or somebody was just like, this ain't going to fly. And he said, let's just go back to my studio in Virginia and do it in the basement.
Right.
And they recut the whole album in like a week.
Yes.
I did
read about
Times
that.
Like
Yeah.
These. That
Yes.
was that one
Yep.
by one album.
Yep.
So not only would I have been there, but I would have heard the thing that to this
No one
day
else has
no
heard.
one has ever heard.
Awesome. Oh, my God. You missed out on that.
None of that happened.
No.
I didn't get into Foo Fighters. I didn't hear the album. Dave did buy me a beer,
Yeah.
and he was cool.
But
that
of
was
all
that.
the things that never happened, that never happened the most.
That never happened the most.
Wow.
And then the other one, real quick, I have my friend Junior on, John Best Jr. from here, has a rare talent. He can fart at will, which is amazing. And we used to hang out. We had a gig, and he's the biggest Foo Fighters fan in the world. And he was like, no, first of all, we told him, you got to go on the Howard Stern show and break the farting record. We made a demo with him, and he went on the show. Became a semi-regular on the show.
Oh,
like
okay.
He'd go on.
I've probably seen him on
once
there.
in a while. You probably have. And there was one day he said, I got to meet Dave Grohl. And I said, listen to me. I can see the future at this moment. I was enhanced, shall we say.
Right.
And I said, dude, you have to think like a program director. This is a good show. You call up Stern's people, because they would take his calls.
Yeah.
And I said, you tell them that when Dave is in town, you want him to come on the show and play name that fart tune with Dave Grohl.
Yes.
That's how you're going to meet him. I'm telling you. No. I said, dude.
So he could like rhythmically fart.
Yeah,
So he
could
like,
do anything you want.
Name that song in 3 farts. Or whatever.
Anything you want, he could do. Long, short. You could probably name a note. Give me an F sharp. That's how good he is. He's an artist.
Yeah, the embouchure, but it was.
It's right, an Asbisher or whatever. So it's sure enough. Hey, no. I said, dude, make that phone call.
Yeah.
You have to use what you got to get what you want.
not?
So next day, he's, after a while, he's like, I need a ride. And I'm like, you're kidding. He's like, I'm going on the show. I said,
Yes.
I told you.
Yes.
I told you. So we go down. It was Halloween night. I don't remember what year. Sitting in Howard Stern's green room, the two of us, just waiting.
Yes.
And then, boom, door opens.
Yeah.
There's Dave and Taylor. Hey, man, which one's Junior? That's me. He says, oh, hey, nice to meet you. Oh, we'll see you in there. Of course, I sat in the green room.
Was this after you met him the first
Yeah,
time?
I was hey, you remember me from the...
Right.
No,
I was almost at your listing party.
Yeah, it was all... But Junior went in, smashed it. They loved him. It was great. It was fantastic.
Oh.
Gave us tickets to the show. We went to the gig and everything.
Wow.
Because of Junior's ass. That's how this
Man.
happened. Yeah. That was the second time I met Dave Grohl through Junior's talents.
That's like
That's how it happened.
Mr. Methane level stuff, man.
Oh, he killed Mr. Methane.
Yeah.
He was the one that took
Replaced
the record.
him.
He
Oh.
replaced him.
Wow.
And I haven't checked in a while, but I don't think his record has been beaten.
Wow.
Yeah. So those are my two Dave Grohl encounters that are completely unrelated, that are bizarre.
Ed Corvo has
We
a
just
talent
almost
with
ate a half an
burp.
hour on this bullshit.
Ed Corvo can burp at will. He can burp
Yeah.
the alphabet almost.
Best. I love it.
Really good. But my brush with fame. Kurt Ram,
No.
trumpet player. You should try to get him on the show. He plays with Bruce Springsteen. And
Oh.
They Might Be Giants.
Okay.
And he did one cut on one of our records years ago.
Great.
And I met him through Sennheiser and getting
Sure.
him some mics and stuff.
Yeah.
Sweet guy. And so, but I have to resist the temptation to say, hey, man, you're touring with Bruce. Can you get me in and I'll meet him and stuff and maybe play with him? Can I just join the band?
Why, the tickets are only like $3,000.
Oh, my God, yeah. But he got me into They Might Be Giants when they were at New Haven years ago.
That's cool.
But I didn't get backstage. I was like, can I bring my kid was a big fan. I was like, can we
right.
go meet him? He's like,
Remember.
nah, that's not cool. I was like, all right. But thank you, Kurt. Love you.
Hey, that's cool. Well, you never know.
Yeah, you got to take your swings, man.
You got it. Yeah,
You gotta.
And like you say, it would be nice if it happened, but it's not. It's not like, oh man, I gotta.
Yeah, but it's weird, random stuff like that. Like my boss knows someone that's kind of famous, and I was helping him out with some microphones, talking him through a couple mics he was looking at, and afterwards, I asked my boss, I said, hey, can you send him the song of mine because he's on in Nashville,
Yeah,
you
right.
know? And
Sure.
it's fluky things like that. Sometimes, you might get, and all I want to do is make $1.01 in this world.
Yeah, right. I just want to make $1.01.
Isn't that from Boogie Nights?
That is.
Okay.
Yep. It sure is. Yeah. Totally.
Good reference.
Totally. All right. What else?
So I'm still working on my record I told you about last time. I've got one song left to track.
I saw that you had Eddie. I saw.
Yeah, I
a clip.
had Eddie come in because sometimes my bass playing is not the best, and if I need to tighten something up, he's, of course, and I also use some other people. But I did. I'm 10 songs and I got one more to go, and it's my rock opera, my ambitious rock opera.
Oh, that's right. Does it have a name?
Big
not gonna
Red
reveal
Dez
the
is going to be the title of it.
I'm sorry,
it's
what is it?
Big Red Dez, which was a song I wrote for my kid 20 years ago,
Sure.
and now I turned it into a song about a deity that this tribe worships, and they follow him around.
Sure.
And at the end of it, you may or may not find out that he's been dead the whole time. He got killed in the second song when they went into battle.
An M. Night.
Yes,
Twister-Rooney.
Little Twister-Rooney. Yep. But it's a lot of good stuff. It's a home for wayward songs of mine that I just rewrote to fit this concept.
Sure.
And I found it's actually easier when you have something specifically to write for than if you're just writing a random song.
Gotcha.
Like
Gotcha.
I
So
need
just
a
get
song
you
for,
motivated.
for a vampire, so it's okay. I'll change this one into
Right.
change the lyrics into being about a vampire.
Yeah, well, that song sucks. Yeah, that's cool.
It's not, but it's not like that guy. There's a movie where a guy actually wrote an opera about a vampire,
Really?
and it's his date made him sing one of the songs at this open mic. It totally bombed because it's like, oh, I am a sad vampire. Hey,
I don't remember. I don't know that.
It had the guy from Get Him to the Greek in it.
Wow, I'm in over my head.
The English guy. Yeah.
I don't know any
I'll
of
stop
that stuff.
referencing.
No, that's fine.
Pop
I want to
art.
learn, but
Yeah.
I don't know what
You
any
should
of
learn.
that is.
What are you up to?
What am I up to?
Yeah, are you playing?
No, I'm getting ready to.
Okay.
I'm Christine Ullman,
Oh.
her drummer, Lorne, who's awesome.
Yep.
He is going out on the road. He started, I think, last year going out with Mary Chapin Carpenter,
Oh, sweet.
which leaves
Good
the
gig.
drum seat open.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing her summertime
Oh, good for
swing,
you.
which is cool. Which is
Tell her hello
I
and
will.
ask her if she needs a guitar player.
Okay, I will. Actually, yeah, I don't know the
Take
status.
the swing. Well, I know she has a regular, but if she ever needs a fill in.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean that's how it happened
Yep.
with me. But get ready to do that. That starts in May,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm doing a date with the Running on Empty band.
Oh,
which is
cool.
Like a,
Yep.
Laurel Canyon
Little Jackson
scene.
Brown thing. Yep.
Yep. So that's coming.
Do you know where?
I don't remember.
The Kate?
What's the place in Norwalk?
Oh, the
The Wall Theater. Does that sound familiar? Is that
yeah,
what it is?
Could be.
The Wall Theater.
It's not the one related to the one in Hartford, right? Because there's sister Infinities. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But I'll make sure I hit that up before the date comes. But
Yeah.
that's gonna be cool. I think.
Those are pretty high profile for local yokels like you and me.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I mean, Pivar he hasn't been back since.
Mm.
And sometimes when he comes back, I do those gigs.
Yep.
A bunch.
Yeah, I saw something he was doing recently. He's got
Yeah.
a couple things going on out there.
But that didn't happen since the pandemic.
Who else are like he's one of the guys that actually got out and played with
Yeah.
big names, and he's still
Yeah.
out there doing it. Who else from Connecticut that made it big besides John Mayer? Oh, the guy.
Ever? Like
yeah,
ever?
yeah, just in general. There's some Connecticut people that have made it big.
Well, I mean, right now, those dudes like Tim Paul Mary's hitting it,
Okay.
and he's in Lotus now.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Well, he's
great.
guitar guy.
Yeah.
And also those guys,
Adrian, the drummer, he's
Yep.
playing with
really good. Yep.
Twiddle.
Yep. Although I saw that
They're
they're going to
great.
end after this year. I think this is their last year. They put
Yeah,
out
I
this-
saw that. He's the greatest drummer
Yeah,
ever.
he'll always have a gig.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll have a gig. But I mean, I don't. I guess I don't know if is there famous anymore, or they're just kind of doing your thing. 'Cause
Right.
it's,
Well, there's different levels. I mean, there's
Yeah.
everyone
But those
knows,
guys are ascending, which is great.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like, yeah.
And that's just still a vibrant scene. You know what I
Yeah.
mean, that whole scene. Who's that other band that's from? They're from the London area, and they're huge now. And they just played with Trey. They just toured.
Oh wow, I don't know.
I
I probably would know if you said.
Yeah, I can't think of them, but whatever.
But-
But yeah, there's lots of good bands. Out
Yeah,
there.
well, who else from around here? I mean, there's Mickey Curry, the drummer from Guilford. He was Hall & Oates' drummer on
Oh, cool.
all those hits, and Brian Adams' drummer on all those hits. I'm
Okay.
trying to get him here.
Nice. Yeah.
He's in our circle.
Well, there's also
That's a
bands
dude.
that aren't big that I like. I got in the circle of Central Connecticut, like Connecticut River Valley bands. Some from the East Haddam area. There's like Driving Route 9, Local Honey, the Old Dog New Trick, who played at my party.
Okay.
Great bands. Oh, Someone You Can X-Ray. Try to get them in
Yeah.
there. Dana. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are all good local bands you should be talking to.
That's cool. Yeah, we had Frank Vielli was here last week. He's
Yep.
kind of making some noise. He's
Yep.
starting to get some stuff going.
I did had a couple lunches with him when I was trying to pitch him on microphones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, cool. Cool.
Talented cat.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely out there hitting it.
Yep.
You know.
Who else have you had in here recently? I've been keeping
Recently.
track.
Well, I mean, Bernard. That was huge.
Oh my God, yes.
That was huge. I mean, for me, that was
Sure.
That was nutty.
I still have yet to see that one.
Oh
yeah.
man. Yeah, it was cool.
Were you like asking him like intricate questions about like some of his beats or anything, or certain songs or anything, or you didn't get that microscopic with it?
Well, no, because it was this. It wasn't like with drums.
Right.
Which, to be honest with you, I was kind of glad in a way. I mean, I don't want to keep talking about that, but I don't know that it matters if enough people are going to see it. But for me, the contribution, because I mean, we've heard like the Rick Beato. He did that like weeks before he came here.
Yeah.
So mine, I looked at it almost like a counter to that, as in, not. And it's nothing against, but not Steely Dan, not the Purdy Shuffle,
right?
Because that's already there.
Sure.
And
he's asked about it all the time. I'm sure.
All the time, and for some, I don't know
how do you swing that hi hat on that?
Right. Yeah. Totally. Which it's not that I'm not interested, because I am.
Yeah.
It's just that exists.
Right.
It already exists.
Right. And Rick Beato's awesome. I mean, I go down his rabbit hole all the time.
Oh, of course.
When he's dissecting songs and just. It's I learned. You always learn something about theory or whatever. And he'll just nail it.
Were you at the thing?
Mm-mm.
At the soiree? There was I can't even remember who all was there. They did a thing for Bernard up at Telefunken.
Yep. No, I know a couple people that went.
Yeah, and Rick Beato was there, so that was kind of cool. But
how about Paul McCartney, Macca being in New Haven a couple weeks ago?
Yeah,
I missed that one.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I didn't even try.
I heard it wasn't. I heard the interviewer wasn't great. I hope I don't know them.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything.
I think the interview wasn't that great, but still, you're in the same room with royalty. It's like,
it's crazy.
Paul!
Yeah.
I would have been squealing like a little schoolgirl.
Yeah.
Paul, yes. And he went to Pepe's after, or one of the pizza places.
Yeah. No, that's huge. That's definitely. Yeah, it doesn't get any huger than that. I saw Paul McCartney at Madison Square Garden.
Lucky you.
Yeah, with Abe, with the like, I don't remember how long ago it was, but that was like, okay, I'm good.
I almost went to Fenway last year when he was there, but I didn't pull the trigger.
Are you into Rage Against the Machine? Are you aware of that whole thing?
Nope. I like him. Yeah.
Lucky. Oh my God, my wife is really into him.
Yeah.
I'm into him enough, but I got her tickets before the pandemic.
Yep.
Madison Square Garden tickets, and then the world fell apart, and it kept getting rescheduled and rescheduled and rescheduled and rescheduled, and then they went back out on the road, and the singer like completely wrecked his ankle or his knee or his leg or something, and it kept getting rescheduled and rescheduled, and we actually went and saw it, and then weeks after that, he's like, "I'm done."
Yeah,
and we're like, "I can't believe how lucky we actually got
that little window."
Like, oh my God!
Oh yeah,
because who knows if they'll ever do it again?
Of course.
And then I think the bass player, has prostate cancer, he's out, and it's just like,
everyone's getting older, man.
I know, and I just thought,
Dave snickering in the corner.
He's like, "You don't even know what old is." Yeah, it was crazy. Oh, okay. Yeah, Rage was awesome. These guys, Madison Square Garden, no stage set, zero.
Mm-hmm.
Like a 412 cab and an amp on top of it.
Yeah,
an SVT, like that was it.
Yep.
And there was everything was showing. All the ladders, the truss, everything. Nothing. It was cool. I was like, they kind of got it licked. Like you don't expect the wall. And then you realize, you go, anybody that plays with like the wall of Marshalls, those are all dummy cabs. Because you're like,
right.
Just, they were doing it. Anyway, do you want to talk about this? You want to?
No. I went to show
the hat
I went to the show at Madison Square Garden. I saw Stevie Ray and Jeff Beck.
Oh.
and they were both my guys at
Yeah,
the time.
yeah.
And Jeff Beck's always been my guy. But they were so friggin' loud. The amp volume on stage was just almost drowning out the PA. You know, it's just I could just hear the stage. I'm like, holy crap!
I went to see
So loud.
Guys going crazy.
Yeah.
Megadeth and Motorhead at
Oh, jeez.
Mohegan, right?
Yes.
And it was so funny because like Megadeth, everything, there was no stage volume at all.
Yeah.
There were no cabs on stage, nothing. Nothing. Drummer was behind plexiglass. They sounded great.
Yep.
But it was like you could almost hear them walk on the stage between songs. There's no stage volume, zero.
Yeah.
Sounded fantastic because finally the sound man is just like, I can mix everything.
Right.
They strike, Motorhead comes out, and like you say, it was the stage volume was louder than the PA.
Right.
And I literally was like at Mohegan Sun. It was
It's
so
the
loud.
arena.
I was
imagine,
very
right?
discreetly like, I got to put plugs in.
Yes.
I was thinking, can you even do this anymore? Like, can you endanger people's hearing?
Right.
And it was great.
Yeah, Lemmy doesn't care.
Well, you realize with Motorhead, that's the sound
Yes.
is
Moving the air.
the cab leaking into the
Yes.
vocal mic, leaking in it. So the whole
Sure.
thing just sounds like one.
Yeah.
It can only ever be that way.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that was funny.
I
stage
saw
volume.
Wilco recently.
Nice.
Speaking of
Where?
bands, the old tennis club in New Haven. It was the where they had the tennis matches.
Oh, the
Wimbledon
Yale
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget what it's called now, but beautiful.
Is it cool? We're going to see
They had-
Cake.
You going to see who?
Cake.
There, yeah.
There. Yeah.
Great venue. It's not a bad seat in the house. They got
Yeah.
plenty of food vendors
Good.
all over the place. Quality experience. I brought my kids because they wanted to see. Oh shit! Now I can think of the band that opened.
Yeah, Westville Bowl.
The band that opened for him, Built to Spill.
Oh
which is
yeah.
you heard of them. They were
Yeah.
great, and I was like, oh my god! I said, these guys. I hope Wilco doesn't,
Yeah.
they don't get blown off stage because they were so good. And then Wilco came out and crushed.
Oh,
Just
really?
Crushed it. Oh my god!
Oh,
My
that's
kids
cool.
were like, yes, this is great.
Yeah,
But
that's
funny story with them, their Yankee Hotel Foxtrot album
Sure.
was rejected by the label. Speaking
That's
of
right.
rejection,
Yep.
and there's a great documentary about them. I'm trying to break
I've
your
seen
heart.
it.
It's
Yep.
awesome. I
Yep.
love that movie,
Yep.
and I actually owned it, the DVD, because that got me into them.
Yeah.
But So then they rejected it, and then the parent company got in a bidding war
Right.
to buy him back.
Right. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. No, they're yeah.
But they're so I
was
love
into
Nels
that
Klein. Their guitarist Nels Klein is awesome.
Yeah.
So creative.
That drummer, Glenn.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he's
that's cool.
awesome. Yep.
Yeah, I like them.
I love when they go into like noise sections. They still
Yeah.
they'll do like the Radiohead thing and just start making noise. And the drummer was like, whoa, blowing into the snare,
Yeah.
and yelling it, and just beating it, and holding it up to the mic and
Right.
beating it, and just, it's nuts.
Yeah,
and they would do this. They had obviously it was like a preset in the mixer where, via Chicago, I think they were playing, and in the middle there's just crazy out of time drums that have nothing to do with the song, and they literally cranked the drums as loud as they could go. And
Whoa.
Jeff Tweedy's just like singing and playing
Yeah,
acoustic,
yeah.
and you can't even hear him. It's just like,
Wow.
I was like, wow. My kids were like, what the?
Yeah, that's
It was-
cool.
It was really cool.
So they were impressed because it was crazy enough for them.
Yeah. They did some noise. They did some, they're doing arty stuff. you know.
Yeah.
And plus, their songs are catchy, even if you don't know them. They got some nice country songs and rock songs.
Yeah.
And Jeff Tweedy's so funny, man.
he?
His banter is so funny.
Yeah, I haven't checked in with them.
He's like, we're gonna go back and play the hits now.
Yeah. That's funny.
And then he's doing like cliche rock things, like "How you feeling?"
Yeah.
And he's just one side he just kept doing cliche rock things and trying to get the audience to sing along and stuff. I can't hear you.
Yeah. Exactly. And, you can't hear me because the drums are freaking out. Yeah.
But he's super funny. So
I've been
highly
getting into.
recommend
My nephew turned me on to. I'd heard of him, and I'm finally like dipping my toes into King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Do you
Heard
know
of
about
him.
them?
Don't know about him, but I've heard of him.
It's really good.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm just like, I mean, whatever. But everybody says, rock is dead.
Mm-mm.
No.
No, there's lots
dead.
of
These
good. My
guys are
kids turn me on to
rocking.
new stuff all the time.
Yeah.
There's so much good. There's so much music out there
Right.
that I can't turn them on to as much as I can, and they can't turn me on to
Right.
all of it either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just take out, send them links here and
Yep.
there. But
Yep. No, I like those dudes. I'm just like, yeah, this is rock music.
yeah,
You know?
cool.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Who's the guys that sound like Led Zepp, but they have a girl's name for the band?
Oh, Greta Van Fleet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that's rock and roll.
I'm
It's derivative, of course, but it's It's still rock.
Well, my theory as an old guy is that that's fine because I guess now youngsters listen to the original, but for a while it's like, well, that sound is valid. They're not going to listen to Led Zeppelin because it's old.
Right.
So it's like it's a valid thing that just gets re-upped. And I'm like, that's fine.
But
I don't need it just because, I can go to the source, but I'm not going to knock anybody for, kind of reintroducing a sound.
But that will also turn new kids on to Led Zeppelin to see where it came from, because everyone
and then you can
talks about Led Zeppelin, they talk about them. So it's like, oh, maybe I'll check that out,
I just went Led Zeppelin cover to cover again. I do that about once a year. My wife got me Led Zeppelin, all the songs. It's like the book is that thick, and it's actually really good.
Sure.
I wanted it because it was, fancy and photos, but it's like, every microphone. I'm like, oh, this is actually
I like
a
that.
legit book.
Yeah.
So that, and I got this $20 like Mojo, special edition Led Zeppelin magazine. I'm reading them both at the same time, going album by song again. I
have lots of music books. You should come over.
Oh yeah. I should have brought something.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It's all good.
Next time. Are you a big Zeppelin fan or no?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Zeppelin album?
Oh, when I was young, the first one I heard was House of the Holy. Was that the one with the kids on the stairs?
Yep.
And that was like, it was so weird to me. It's like, and it was a different sound for them. You know what I mean? Because like Dancing Days and stuff like that, and Shire Maker and all that.
Yep.
And I was like, but this is cool. This guy's got sounds like a midget singing or something.
Yeah.
They're really super high voice. And then of course, then they just exploded, and it was just like it was great. It was great rock and roll. I mean, they're on the Mount Rushmore of freaking rock bands.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, I always come to the same conclusions when I go cover to cover. I keep hoping that I'm going to get a different perspective, but I'm always like odd numbers. I like 1. I like 3. I like houses. I skip the bigger it is, the less I notice it. Like 2 is just too big.
Yeah.
4 is too big.
Yeah.
I like the ones the in the gaps.
Yeah.
And then I skip Fizz, and then I like Presence.
Nice.
I just like the every other.
Well, you're an avid music listener, and I don't listen to music at all. Usually, I don't listen to it on my own or in the car or anything.
Really?
Ever? Nope.
Wow.
And like it.
You just.
I have music in my head 24/7, and I just.
Gotcha.
But the kids, when we'll play songs for each other, we'll do that. Like if I'm driving them around and stuff, or we go to like on vacation, we'll have 3 hours of kill. We'll take turns picking songs and stuff.
Yeah.
But I just don't. But I do. If I'm on YouTube, I go down the rabbit hole, and I'll be like, oh. Here's an interview with so and so, and then it'll send me down. And I want to listen to all kinds of stuff. So
yeah, I do this other thing once a year, just about once a year too. I would recommend this to anybody. Is I load up all the Van Halen records.
Yes.
With David Lee Roth.
Yes.
There's 6, and walk in one direction for 3 of them, and then turn around and come back home.
Wow.
It's like a 4-mile or something. But I mean, I did that one time.
Yes.
And like as soon as Women and Children first end, I just turned around. And it almost is to the minute.
Time it out.
Yeah. Just but I was like, I want to hear all of them because I want to just hear the arc again.
But just the David Lee Roth ones?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
But they're
not the guy from Extreme, whatever his name was. The guy from Extreme. He sang on one album.
Yeah, sure. Gary Sharon.
Yes.
Yeah. But the albums are like a half an hour long. So you can do it.
Right.
It's not like but that's always fun.
Fun.
When you can get the whole Van Halen thing in one shot.
And healthy.
And healthy.
As you're walking.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I like that.
That's recommended. The Van Halen walk.
I'll do little spurts of like, I'll tell my kid, I'll be like, today we're going to learn about Neil Young or whatever.
Nice.
I'm going to introduce you to Bob Dylan or something, just so you get the history of music.
Sure.
And it's like, if I'm playing my Dylan tune, it's like, you got to look at the lyrics because that's what he's all about. Otherwise it's just a guitar and harmonica and a guy singing weird, you know what I mean? So, but he was like one of the first guys to actually do that type of, word poetry, whatever, that had metaphors and all kinds of stuff. And then I was realizing that Bruce Springsteen people kind of referred to him as a new Dylan.
Yep. Because
he was very wordy and telling stories and stuff. He wasn't as metaphorical, but he was all about the streets and New Jersey and stuff. And I listened back to some of that, and I love it. I at the time I was like, the first time I got turned on to it, we were hanging out with these guys from Jersey down the shore, and they're like, Bruce is a god, and I'm like,
are you a big Bruce fan?
Yeah. I mean, I dig him and appreciate him. I've covered some of his songs. And I love old Bruce.
Yeah,
I mean young Bruce.
Me too.
And the E Street Band and
Yep.
the greatest shows. I actually based my music career on what they did. They do a 3-hour show, and I was like, we can do a 3-hour show. You know what I mean? Hey, and just slay people because they would just kill, and it's just like that's how I had a vision of I want a band that would just slay, just kill people and beg for mercy.
That's great. And they did, but maybe not in the. I've had people beg for mercy, but not.
I know,
not because they're like keep playing.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave because we cleared the room. Yeah.
It's what the internet, what the age we live in. So, Springsteen. I always heard my older sister Springsteen played at Choate in Wallingford.
Nice, where Paul Bosey works.
Paul Mellon Arts. Okay, and no, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Yeah,
she's telling tales. And my mom
had to be early, right?
Yeah. Oh, way early. So this is like old school Wallingford.
Mm-hmm.
There was Yale Motor Inn. There was one place where you could seek lodging. That's it in the whole town. My mom worked there, so any act that played at Oakdale or anywhere,
that's where they stayed.
They all stayed there. So she would, And my sister sent her with I think it was just it was first 2 records. It's Greetings from Asbury Park or The Wild the Innocent.
Yes.
Which one's Bruce? She went over. They were having breakfast. Who's Bruce? Which one? Sign this for my daughter. And and I thought, yeah, sure. I mean, my sister lost the record, but that was always the thing. Bruce played in Wallingford. He didn't play in Wallingford, and now of course you can just look it up and there it is.
Hey, Little Feat played at Wesleyan. Grateful Dead played at Wesleyan.
Wow, that's heavy.
Yeah,
pretty heavy.
Way early on, because I remember being a kid, and my brothers and sisters were like, "We're going."
Yeah,
see it.
Yeah. I used to hear growing up in Wallingford because we had Oakdale. Growing up, Christ, Led Zeppelin. That Led Zeppelin played here. Christ, you could hear them all over the town. And then it was the Who played here. You could hear them all. The Doors played here. And I would always grow up and go, these people are full of shit. And then, sure enough, nowadays you can look it up and go, yep. Led Zeppelin played here in 1969.
I had no idea. Really?
Oh, yeah.
At the Oakdale?
Yep.
That's awesome.
At Oakdale, probably when it was still a tent. The Who played there.
I saw Barney there.
Oh, yeah. Barney played there. The Doors played there at the old Oakdale. They were all there.
The Who?
The Doors.
Oh, okay.
The Doors, the Who, Led Zeppelin. But those are the ones that you go, great, you could hear it. I was over, And they were you probably could. But,
yeah. I played in the Dome one time for one of the award shows, and it's the worst sounding room ever. It was just echoey.
Well, the Dome, that used to be the venue.
Right.
Yeah, back in the day.
There was hardcore shows.
Then it was a tent before it was the Dome.
Right.
I saw Motorhead in the Dome like months before he died.
Oh, jeez.
It was the last time.
Man, there's so many dropping off. Oh, my God.
Yeah, Jeff Beck. That
would hurt.
So I did that cover to cover. I listened to everything.
Yeah.
Everything all in a row.
He was still touring. He's still vital. It's just fluke friggin'
Yeah. Jeff Beck.
Spinal whatever thing. The meningitis got him.
Oh, God. I know. Can you imagine?
Yep.
It's so crazy.
Yep.
What's your favorite Jeff Beck era?
Oh,
because I listened to all of it.
You know what? I dig the older stuff. I also dig like the guitar shop one.
Yeah.
When he started to get with Terry Bozzio and that stuff, and it just embracing the technology and the
he's always cutting edge.
Synthesizer. Yeah, and he was using all kinds of synths and stuff. That's awesome. He always had brilliant musicians.
That's what I figured out with Jeff Beck because among I guess musicians, a certain type of musicians, it's always wired and blow by blow. That's the fusion Jeff Beck.
Yep. My least favorite was the Rod Stewart period, to be honest with you.
Your least?
My least favorite.
Yeah, that turns out that's my favorite. But
oh, really?
No, yeah.
I mean, it's still good stuff.
Yeah. But I realized, like, Jeff Beck is not, it's just stupid, obvious, but he's always cutting edge no matter what it is. So when it was the British blues boom, he was there. And then when it's, fusion, boom.
Right.
Then when it's, technology, boom. Then when it's, you're like, so you got to hear the whole thing.
The whole thing, man. Yeah, it's a whole soup.
Yeah. So I dig it. Yeah, I always liked Jeff Beck.
Yeah, I mean, I still dig. I had that album, Jeff Beck Group, with Rod, and it just wasn't anything earth shaking to me. Sure, because it's standard blues rock and stuff. But he did some really cool stuff. It Ain't Superstitious. That slide guitar with the delay on it was just what is happening there. Yeah, but he was always just always blew my mind. Always one of a kind.
Yep. Yeah, it's sad.
Yep.
Sad.
But hey, yeah, I mean, like in David Crosby. I mean, David Crosby
right.
lived way longer than he expected to live, I'm sure.
Another one. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like all our heroes, all the people that we grew up with. And
No, they're all going to
listen
go
to.
at once. They're
I
going to
know.
start going.
I just can't. I mean, I dread like Paul going.
I don't even want to think.
I don't even want to think about it. It's like, don't take Paul.
No.
And someone said to me, "This is awful," but when Beck died, someone said, "Couldn't they have taken Clapton?"
Oh, no.
Nothing
Yeah.
against Clapton, but
No, I know.
Beck
I
was
know.
my guy. I agree with him.
Yeah. Jeff Beck.
Mm-hmm.
That's your guy.
Yeah, I mean, early on it was Jimmy, and
Sure.
but Jeff. I mean, early on I couldn't even figure out Jeff Beck. I was just like, okay,
Yeah, it's a whole other
can't even
thing.
go there. And now it's just like I always try to pull from him.
Crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I'm down with that. Yeah, no, I'm not looking forward to losing everybody.
Yeah. And Neil. I mean, Neil Young's still vital. He's still out there, but he's still cranky and crotchety.
Yeah, that's okay. That's
Love
fine.
it. He's true to himself, man.
How would it be any other way?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got no problem with that. Yeah, David Crosby, that's a drag,
Yep. Yeah, Pivar played with him and recorded with him with
Yeah.
the CPR one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's some more brushes with fame from our
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
local
sure.
guitar hero.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Mr. Pivar, for sure. All right. Hey, we're getting towards the end.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
Did I leave anything out?
no.
What I don't want to regret things I didn't
Yeah,
say.
don't. Yeah, don't. Now's your chance. We don't get very many second chances.
I like
in life.
cooking. I like food.
You said that before. You said that in the last
All right,
one.
good,
Talk
good.
about-
As long as we covered it.
Yeah. That's funny.
Dave, give it up for Dave Kuzminski.
Hey, always.
In the house.
Always. Dave, always. This is Dave's world. We're living in it. We're living in Dave's world. Always.
Timestamp.
Oh, hey, man. Wow.
What's the matter
Cool.
with you?
Cool. Tequila. We're drinking tequila now.
Heck yeah.
Wow. What's up with that? Who are we? Is that Marlon
just
Brando?
a shade from the sun. Oh yeah, Marlon.
You know what I
in the
mean?
movie about the freaky animal island or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
There's movies about making that movie at this
Oh,
point.
really? Yes.
it's so-
Yeah.
it
I did
got
see some
so out
documentary
there.
because Marlon's such a freak.
Imagine.
He's such a freak. He was in. I saw an interview with somebody last night. Who was Sonny in The Godfather? James Caan.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
James Caan's talking, and they
Didn't he
wanted
just
him.
die?
Huh?
Did he just die?
I think he might have. Yes,
Okay.
he did too. There's
James
another one.
Caan.
And he was talking about they wanted him to be Superman before Reeves got the part.
Oh.
And Marlon was doing it. Marlon played his father,
Oh, wow.
and he had that weird Superman suit on. And but he called James Caan. He's like, "Hey, you got to do this with me. I need some laughs, because James Caan's a funny guy, and
Yeah, yeah.
and Marlon loved him." And James was like, "Yeah, no, but they're gonna want a sequel, and I don't want to do 2 movies and wear that suit all the time, So
Imagine
he turned
that.
it down. Yeah,
Wow. Just because you don't want to wear the suit.
I guess. Yeah.
That's
But
amazing.
Marlon was an amazing actor. Talk about Mount Rushmore of actors.
Yeah, right.
Jeez, what a career he had.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah.
But he was interesting. There's so many interesting stories. Like he would need his all the dialogue printed out around the room.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, because he'd never memorized his lines. He was
Wow.
always having it behind someone that's
That's
talking.
crazy.
Yeah.
Wait. That's crazy. I'm reading it behind you. Wow.
Oh, yeah. It's
How-
crazy.
Really?
Hi, John. It's
Yeah.
good to be here.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But whatever, he pulled it off because you never see him like looking around.
Yeah,
He's
that's
always-
crazy,
yeah.
right? And he just puts it all together. And here, meanwhile, we're thinking that every actor has to completely inhabit their character. Just like, no, bro, I'm just reading.
Not Marlon. I mean,
Wow.
sure, there's lots of method actors and stuff, and
Yeah,
they just
I don't know much
live in
about
character for the whole time they're doing the movie or whatever.
that. Yeah, I forget who was it. Maybe it was him. Somebody was like, "It's just acting. Just act."
I know.
Like you don't. I forget who it was, but someone talking about method acting. He was just like, "It's just act,
Right.
Just acting."
That's all we're all doing anyways.
That's all we're all doing.
Yeah.
No, that's funny.
Yeah. I'm in your play right now. This is your movie, John.
It's mine.
Or is it my movie?
No, it's your movie.
Oh, it's
not
okay.
my movie.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, my movie would be silent. It would be a silent movie.
In black and white.
Yeah, just silent. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, nuts. All right, you have anything you want to add?
No, it feels like it's wrapping up.
Are you
I
sure?
want to thank you. I don't think so. I mean, my album should be out this summer, and
Hey.
I'll keep you posted on it.
The
And
Big Red who?
Big Red Des.
Big
And
Red
it's-
Des.
Yes, it's a rock opera, kind of a concept album. I'll Ziggy Stardust type of thing.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Everybody's doing
Oh,
it.
and then I got another album after that already planned, Songs by My Cats.
What?
Songs that my cats wrote. Yep.
All right, you got to tell us what that's all about.
Yeah, that's songs that my cats would write.
You're telling me that your cats write songs. That's
yeah,
what
they're
you
pretty
expect
good.
me to
They're
believe.
pretty good, yeah.
You're gonna wear a hat like that and tell me that your cats write songs, and I'm gonna be like, oh, cool.
It's conceptual, it's
All right.
I want to live. I'm living life as performance art, John. This is part of it.
That your cats wrote the songs. So track 1 is called "I Lick My Ass" for
Pretty
an hour.
much.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the
Touch
first.
me, don't touch me. Touch me, don't touch me. Touch me, don't touch. Just weird things that cats do.
Yeah. Yeah. I pushed your coffee off the table.
At night, I roam the house,
All right.
planning to kill you.
Yeah. Exactly. Why not? Why not? All right. I'm gonna press the button.
All
Are you
right.
good? We're all good.
We're all good.
You don't have. I mean, you wore everything you were gonna wear.
I had another costume change, but nah. I
Do
didn't.
it.
No,
Do it real quick.
Nah, it's nah.
All right.
This
Hey.
is good. This is a good one to end on. I think.
Okay.
This is good.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's pretty much.
And this will
that's-
keep the sun off me for a while. So
Right. Yeah. You don't want the sun on you.
Yep.
I don't go out whenever the sun is around. That's how I do it. I don't need a hat. I
Way
just
to
don't.
be. Yeah. Do you drink from a silver chalice?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The chalice of rock.
Yes.
I'll never forget. There was one time, I forget, there was a gig, a bunch of guys were playing at Avon Old Farms. It's not that
Yep.
anymore, but it was something else. And they were playing. There was a room full of people. And I went into one of the rooms and there was a big goblet. And I thought, oh, this is going to be hilarious. And I waited. And when they were done with the song, I came in and I said, I raised the goblet of rock. And everyone just like, Peckman. Like, no, I was like, this is going to be great. And
Of
everyone's just
course.
like, what's he talking about? And I was
Yeah.
like, never mind.
Seemed good at the time.
Yeah. I was like, oh, yeah.
They also have great brunch there. They did. They're famous for their brunch. If you
Really?
ever go, yeah.
I don't
Big
remember.
spread, all you can eat, everything.
Far out.
Yeah.
Far out. All right. Happy birthday to Michael Cleary.
Thank you.
Still celebrating.
Thank you.
Still-
Yep.
On episode 8.
He was on episode 8.
8. And I recall it was one of the most watched episodes.
Hey,
I was
that's right. You were
competing-
neck and neck.
I was
Yeah, you're-
competing with somebody. I don't know who it was.
Yeah. We'll have to figure it out.
Who was
Yeah.
that?
Joe Martin.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys were going back and
We're
forth.
going
Yeah.
head to head on that one.
That's funny. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well,
how
you're
this
going to
one
win
does.
now.
I'm gonna plug it. Yeah, I'm
you're
gonna
the
be
winner.
marketing this one big
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, do that.
Big time marketing.
Make sure you do that.
Got a whole marketing team on it.
Yep. They're already mobilized
They're
right now.
already sure.
They were mobilized 2 hats ago. Yeah, you're already.
It's already trending.
Yeah.
MC multiple hats. Hashtag.
My cat's writing songs.
Cats are writing songs. Yeah, songs by my cats. I can't wait for that
I'm
one.
pressing the button.
Okay.
Michael Cleary was here again.
Woo!
Episode 8, episode 102.
Let's go.
That's us. Wow. Yeah. John Peckman Podcast, Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance, beautiful downtown Portland, Connecticut. Come over the bridge, go for 3 satellites. Make a Yui, park in the street, red neon sign, like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Some
pee.
other you creeps are going to come on again, so stay tuned. All right, he's out.
See ya.
Oh, hey, that is all.
If you'd like to start your own podcast, give us a call at Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance. Our professionally designed podcast space is here for all your recording needs. Rent out our studio to do interviews with up to 4 people, to record audiobooks, social media content, and all other recorded material. Our rentals include a private studio along with our professional-grade podcasting equipment, and we can customize your output to whatever your needs are. We also have green screen capabilities, which will expand to video capability if you so wish. So check us out here at convalley.net/podcast.